Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not breaking down data or a theory. Instead, we're going to distill a really beautiful story about memory, about chance, and all those words we never quite get around to saying.
So let's dive right in. The whole story kicks off with this single powerful feeling. It's that sense of nostalgia for a past that's super vivid but also kind of hazy, almost like a dream you can't totally shake off. This is our starting point.
Our story begins in a shared childhood, specifically in a courtyard that, for a young boy and a young girl, was basically their entire world. I mean, they were constant companions. Their lives were just completely intertwined from their very first moments. We're talking shared first words, first steps. Their whole world was unfolding under the shade of the same tree. It was this bond so primal it was tied to the scent of milk, a memory of just pure, unfiltered togetherness. But fate intervened. After just 2.5 years, they were separated. They were destined to live in different districts, with only the memory of that bond remaining, until a single day changes absolutely everything.
So let's see how this builds. Years go by, right? Life moves on. But the past has this strange way of finding its way back to the present, usually when you least expect it.
And here it is. In what has to be an incredible coincidence, their separate paths, their dreams of college and university, they suddenly converge on a single exam day. Just pure chance puts them in the same city, in the same building, on the exact same day. And even in that silence, surrounded by tough math problems and questions, their shared history just filled the space between them. It's like all those unsaid words from all those years were just hanging in the air, trapped between the paper and the pen. So after the exam, they shared this simple meal, a really quiet moment where the huge significance of their reunion gets grounded in something totally ordinary and real. Just cold tea and some packaged bread. Now, what's really interesting here is this stark contrast. The quiet, secluded courtyard of their memory has been totally replaced by the noise and chaos of a bustling train station. It's a perfect visual for just how much their worlds have changed. Okay, so the train journey home. This becomes the emotional heart of the story. It's the space between the past and the future where everything finally comes to the surface. Overwhelmed by memory, they share this moment of really profound, silent emotion. It's not sadness, not really. It's this deep, unspoken connection that's finally being acknowledged after all this time. And the story forces us to ask, right, what is this feeling? Is it love? Or is it something that exists before a word like love is even needed? Well, they bridge the years of silence not with some grand declaration, but with a simple act of sharing memories. They just talk. They rebuild their easy friendship piece by piece with stories and laughter. And then the whole atmosphere shifts. Rain starts to fall, and it isolates them from the world, creating this perfect, private little bubble just for the two of them. It's the perfect setup for what happens next. The girl breaks the rhythm of their small talk with a question that goes right to the heart of their shared past and their potential future. It's a huge question, really. And his reply is so honest and kind of bittersweet, right? He acknowledges the power of their past, for sure, but he also acknowledges the reality of the present. And this just brilliantly illustrates the depth of his feelings. It's this quiet, vulnerable admission that he's been carrying her with him in his thoughts all these years. So, the crucial point is what happens now with all this raw emotion out in the open? Well, this next part explores the beauty of what actually remains unsaid. See, they both realize that putting a label on this feeling, actually saying, I love you, it might diminish its unique and precious nature. The silence, in this case, is way more meaningful. Their farewell is so simple, it's almost mundane. I'll call you later. Okay, study well. But underneath the surface, those brief words carry the entire weight of their unspoken understanding. Finally, we get to see how this brief reunion transforms them, how it leaves this permanent, beautiful mark. And this is the key takeaway. The meeting didn't erase their separation, not at all. But what it did was transform that bittersweet feeling of loss into a warm and lasting memory that they can carry with them. They realize their connection doesn't need a definition to be real. It just is. It lives in the moments they shared, perfect and complete in itself. No explanation necessary. And so we leave them not with sadness for their parting, but with this quiet hope and peace that this one perfect day gave them. It's a memory that truly changed everything.